Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Aries for January 2023. Welcome, Aries. So you are going to be in your 10th house. So the 10th house basically talks about our life direction, where we're going, how we feel in our sort of journey of life. Like, do we feel like we're doing well, or feel like you've got no idea what you're doing? So this will be kind of quite consuming this first month of 2023. So we're in the sign of Capricorn, which indeed is the element of earth. So hopefully it should be a really stable time, very earthed, and just feeling like, you know, getting things sorted, or, you know, even if you don't feel like you've been doing really well, it is the time then for you to sort of make a plan for the year and what you want to achieve this year. So the energy around your reading is beautiful Queen of Wands. So very creative there, Aries. So that's an excellent card to have. Very strong female energy, very creative, very forward moving. So getting things sort of organised, and being creative just doesn't mean being good at art or such things. It's just being creative with what you have, your talents, you know, what you know that you're good at, or what you want to sort of learn and master in just for yourself, basically, I think. And then you have that sense of self pride in the world, you know, just standing alone as an individual, not talking about relationships as such, but just who you are and your own identity in this big wide world of ours. So the energy is beautiful, it's action, it's an Aries card actually, very female, very feminine, but this can apply across the board. Okay, let's see where you are right now. And we have the Two of Wands. So there's a couple of options obviously coming in this new year for you. It's like go towards the known, which would be the sun. The path is well illuminated. Or on the other hand, you could always go and do something completely different, which isn't so illuminated. It's sort of shadowy and uncertain. So, but it's kind of saying with this Two of Wands, which is another Aries card I might add, that no matter what, you will do well, as long as you just sort of make that first step and just move forward with it. Whatever that may be, it might be study. Obviously it's Wands, so it's very much action card, but it's just action in prompting you to get things done. Making the first step is usually the first and the best way to start, isn't it? Okay, let's see what's influenced this for you. And we have the Magician, so the spirit messenger. How apt is that? So he's sort of, his energy comes through you. It doesn't come from you per se. We're just the human here. So this is that spiritual energy that comes from the other world, as I call it. And it's just sort of saying, right, time to start something new. You know, new journeys, new, just a new project basically, but always knowing that there's huge potential, and also with that there is risk. So being able to say, well, yeah, I'm going to factor in that risk as well, because I know not everything's going to be smooth sailing with it, but that's when you learn, when it's not smooth sailing, when you do make a mistake and you have to go back and you have to fix it up. So beautiful card, very much a card of the Magician is ruled by the planet Mercury, which is very much creative, very much a communicating planet, very fast moving, quicksilver sort of planet. Things just come in, ideas, communication, just getting things done and being sharp at it. So that will influence the whole reading as well, Aries. So really nice. Let's have a look at what November, December, the time of Sagittarius, was doing for you. And we have the Ace of Swords, so very much clarity coming into view there. A lot of clarity, seeing things quite clearly, crystal clear actually in most parts. But usually after a difficult time, because we know difficult times only have a certain shelf life. So once we're through that time, we know we'll get through it, but at the time it doesn't feel like it. But here you have clarity coming in. And also, once again, it's an air planet, so it's all about mind, it's about ideas, it's about intellect. So it's about you sort of having these crystal clear ideas and going, right, I'm going to make it happen. It can't stay in my head. I have to make action. So, and for Aries, you are such a go-getter sign and not afraid of any sort of battle or whatever you choose to call it or project. You will just jump in because you've got that fire energy all about you. So, and aces of course mean new beginnings in a realm. And in this realm, it's the realm of air, which is your intellect, your ideas, your communication. Recent influences. 4 of Cups. So this is just that bit of a downer. It's just when we, as I've said time and time again, it's when we've got everything but we still want more. The cup's always sort of half full with the 4 of Cups. So it's about knowing, once again, it's just a transitory experience. It may be a hangover from Christmas by this time, where just, your emotional relationships, some of them were a bit fraught over the holidays, or relationships there's a lot of tension and stress around this time for everybody to get on and have a good time, and, just often, it's like anything, it just doesn't kind of work out in the perfect world, does it? But this will pass, Aries, so don't worry, but just, busy yourself with things that you can get sorted, and then everything will sort of blow through that, and then you'll be getting on with your year. And most of you, especially down here in the southern side of the equator, we're all in summer, so it's our summer holidays, it's all that kind of business. Lots of the big holidays happen now for us. Okay, let's see what you'll be learning in this month. 4 of Wands. Once again, consolidation, moving through a gateway, doing really well. Happy home card as well. So it's like things in your home are good. Now this is the time to, move through that gateway and go, well, all these things are sorted. So let's just push on through with some new stuff and, just leave some troubled things around for the next 4 weeks after this. Don't sort of dwell too much. And once again, it's an Aries card. What more can I say? Okay, near future. And we have the 6 of Wands. So doing really well, cruising along, just nice. It's a Leo card, your cousin sign. Fire again, just getting on with things. Having things, just things. 6s are always harmonious cards. They're always about just striking that balance. Things going well in general, the way you like it too, because it's a Wands card, so it fits your personality type. Lovely card, just, just having a great time, but knowing that you've got everything under, you've got all things sorted. You're quite happy with things. So I'm thinking that you are going to pick up the baton and go, right, let's get this happening. What am I going to do? Am I going to learn a language? Am I going, whatever. Book a trip, just have things to look forward to during 2023. Okay, let's see what's happening that you're not realising. And we have the King of Swords. So once again, clarity. Now he might be the person, for those of you that are a bit emotionally deficit, has a bit of an emotional deficit, should I say, at the moment. He might be the reason why, because he's a bit of a spin doctor. He can say, yeah, this is great, it's all great, but in your Aries manner, you're just like, oh, hang on a minute, I don't really think he's saying what he means. He, on the other hand, he can be very positive in terms of, he's usually a highly intellectual person, very good at, using his brain, so doctors, lawyers, all those sorts of guys, but it's a male card, so I'm saying guys, but yeah, that sort of person, but they're good on that level, but that doesn't usually mean that they're good on all the other levels. So if he's the one that's sort of the bane of your life at the moment, or the one that's creating this emotional dissatisfaction. You've just got to be able to understand where this guy comes from, and this is what he's like, and that's why he wears the armour, because he's protecting himself. Probably he's protecting his emotional life, so he leaves you feeling a bit like, oh, well, I don't even know what he wants, because he says one thing and does another. It just doesn't add up. But understanding that kind of story about this man, you kind of get the idea of how you can proceed with him, or not, whatever, but he's there. And you're not realising he's there. So he might be, because this is the key card, he might be the cause of what you're sort of feeling a bit, oh, I don't know about this. Using your intuition, Aries. How others see you. The Ace of Cups. Oh, somebody's looking at you with starry eyes there. There's a connection there. Someone is looking at you. Could well be this person as well, but masquerading behind all his armour, maybe. So you're kind of thinking, oh, well, you know, but he's the one here at the moment. So, yeah, he has something to bring to the connection, obviously. So, yeah, it's up to you, Aries. You know, you take the baton or you don't. But this is definitely how somebody is looking at you, and because it's right on top of him, I would say it has got something to do with this air sign. Could be Aquarius, Gemini, or what's the other one, Libra. But then again, it could just be his personality that's, you know, the fast talking, yeah, I can do this for you, and then you're just thinking, oh no, I don't, it doesn't add up. Something about that. But then again, that's for you to sort of work out what to do. Everything else looks great. What you're feeling positive about. And we have the King of Coins. So this, I always see him as the father figure. He is the one. He's very grounded. He's very much, you go to him for advice. He won't rave on and on. He'll just give you clear, succinct advice. This is what I would do if I were you. Over and done with. You listen. It makes sense. It's simple. It's not complicated. He's your guy. Father figure type, mentor type, but very sort of solid and earthed. So it's interesting. You've got the two, like, and it could be like this is a perspective, and this is maybe your dad or your older brother, but it's somebody in your life who really does, you know, he means what he says, and he's done a fair bit of life, so he knows, and he's usually quite successful at what he does, but then he just keeps going with it. He's not an egotist or stuff like that. He's just very down to earth, so to speak. So very nice there. Okay, the outcome. And we have the slow moving energy of the Knight of Pentacles, or coins. So another coins card. So now this one, he's the junior of the senior, if you know what I mean. He is a very slow moving energy. So once again, he's there somewhere in the background. He comes in there. He's very loyal, he's very honest, he's very hardworking. Most people would probably not really notice he's there because he is sort of diligent. He's always focused on things, and he's quite, the key of this card is it's a slow moving energy. He doesn't rush in like the other knights and go, come out with me, I'm this, I'm that. He's more of a plodder. So when he comes in, perhaps you would say, oh, well, I haven't even noticed him. He hasn't even said anything. But he's more of a situational person. He'll just stand in the background and watch, and very meticulous and careful. He's like a Virgo, or can be a Capricorn as well, that earthy type who's on his way up. But he knows he's got to work hard for that. So quite interesting. You've got some good stuff going on. There's just a little bit of a glitch with the old Four of Cups, but apart from that, Aries, it looks really nice. Just finding your message card. Have a great new year, if you're into that. And it's renunciation. Give up all ideas about yourself and simply be. There is a great difference between struggling in life and loving life. The practice of renunciation or voluntarily letting go will help you end this struggle and make loving life possible. Beautiful. Let it all go and just go, let's just see what happens. Let's just get on with what we can, and the rest of it will just fall into place. Thank you so much for listening, Aries, and have a really happy new year.